What's up, everybody? Kyle Chris back with another Dragon Ball Super video, and today I actually have a deck profile that's not mine on this channel. It's actually going to be from Leonard. He started going to our locals. I've actually known him for a very long time outside of Dragon Ball, but he played in our first store championship over the weekend and took home first place. He actually beat me for first place. How's it going, man?
It's going good, me. Tired, but I'm alive.
Yeah, same. So, you played, go and tell the people what you played.
I played Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Spirit Boot Red Vegeta starter deck.
Yeah, good old Prince Vegeta. This deck definitely caught everybody off guard, I would say, including myself. Obviously, had to read a lot of cards, but it's a very good deck. Why don't you go ahead and I'll let you take it over here, but make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the bell for all the notifications, all the good stuff, and go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, so we played the new starter deck Vegeta. It's a red leader. No Awakened Sight auto. This card attacks, draw a card, and it gets 5k. So even if your opponent's leader is awakened early before you, you can still press their leader with your leader.
Yep, it's very powerful.
His awakened condition is insane. You can have a Unison with a red Unison specified and it costs 2 to awaken, or 4 life or less, whichever happens first. Hopefully you have the Unison. And then, if you're waking off the Unison condition, you untap 2 energy, and then you take life down to 5. So, essentially, it could be untap 2, draw 2. Same.
Yep. And I know for our games, I think you hit the Unison almost every time, but with all of your...
Every single game yesterday, I hit the one.
That's crazy. And you're running how many cards?
A 50 card deck and 6 use.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So it's pretty crazy.
And then, so for our Awakened side, when he attacks, you draw a card, and then choose up to one of your red Unison cards with a specified energy cost of 2 and no keyword skills, and it gains double strike for turn.
Yeah,
that's literally the meat of the deck, and that's everything you play on.
Yeah, you just swing, give your Unison double strike.
Like, this is a Unison-based deck. Without the Unison, the deck cannot function.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally the downside of the deck. And then auto, once per turn, Spirit Boot 1, new mechanic. When your opponent attacks your red unit card with a specified energy cost of 2, negate the attack, then choose up to one of your Unison cards, and it gets plus 6,000 power for the rest of the...
Yeah. That came in a lot yesterday, huh?
And literally the first attack everybody made against me was against Unison, and I'm just like, alright, Spirit Boost, and then like, whoa, what's that do? So I literally had to explain this effect at least 4 times.
Yeah.
They didn't know what it does. They didn't want to read the leader.
Yeah, the fact that gets 6k is just it ends up just costing you cards from your hand if you want to combo over it. That's not including any negates and stuff that you already have access to. It's very annoying. Very annoying.
Yeah, the deck protects the Unison extremely. Because if they attack into the Unison, you get a free negate through the leader, and you make your Unison 21k for the turn. So now almost all their cards are going to combo into it should they want to.
Mm-hmm.
If they're still swinging at it, you deck flip.
Yeah. Found that out myself.
So yeah, that's the leader. And then so for the Unison, we need specified energy cost of 2. We're playing 2 of the new Kaba.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're playing 4 of the Piccolo G, the most busted
of course.
game in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
This thing is unfair. So we'll read the Kaba since it's new. So it's specified energy cost of 2. Auto, limit 1. When this card is placed in your drop area from your Unison area, choose up to one of your mono red leader cards and it gains 5k for the turn. Now this never came up for me yesterday because literally every time except one I played the Piccolo, but it's nice because if they do end up removing your Kaba, it makes your leader 20k for the turn, so it's harder to pressure.
Yeah, very.
So his +1 is activate mage, one of your battle cards, or Unison cards, and it gets minus 10k power for the turn. So it can minus 10k to a battle card, or if they have a Unison that's like 10k or less, it's essentially remove a marker from you.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
And then it's -6, never came up for me. Auto, if your opponent's life is at 3 or more, when your mono red Saiyan leader card is attacked, deal damage. And it literally never came up for me, but I mean it is there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Piccolo, the busted. Whenever your opponent activates a counter KO, something 15k or less, +1 draw a card. And then it's -2 I actually used yesterday in the same play. We'll talk about it when we put cards. -2, choose one of your red cards and blow up everything on your board equal to or less power than the card you.
Yeah, it's a very powerful Unison. I think the most impossible part of that card is the fact that the auto is not once per turn.
Yeah, I think that's nuts, especially with this deck.
Yeah, especially with this deck.
Okay, so those 6 Unisons, it doesn't seem like a lot, but there's a lot of filter in the decks. With this being a Unison-based deck, and we protect our Unison nonstop, I'm playing 4 King Piccolo.
Absolutely busted card.
This card is going to be live every single turn unless they kill your unit.
Yep.
Literally every single turn. So every turn, like, I'm just playing this Piccolo's. The next turn, I'm playing another Piccolo swinging. Every turn, I have a 20k double striker guaranteed.
Yep.
So long as my Unison.
I think in our matchups, I think I've probably seen it like 4 times.
It's insane. And then I played against Baby yesterday, and he bounced 2 of these, so I think I played it a total of 6 times.
That's insane.
Yeah. And then to complement you have the 4 Yamcha counter.
Mm-hmm.
Because once always.
Yeah.
So long as we see it.
Absolutely.
Once you stick the Unison on the board, it's near impossible. But that's like all the Unison-based stuff for the deck, and then the other meat of the deck is a solid Universe 7 end. So we're playing 4 of the 1-drop Gohan from the new set. Gohan, Ultimate Essence, Auto. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Add the 1 red Universe 7 card with energy cost of 4 or less, or 1 red Unison card with a specified energy cost of 2 and add 2. So guess what? It searches this insane Unison that this deck plays.
It's absolutely busted, man.
And then he also has an auto with a limit 1 trait on it. If the winner card is red, when you use a mono red skillless battle card and combo, draw a card, which is relevant to this deck do play.
Did that come up a lot?
Absolutely. We'll get into it. I'll go over it after we're done with everything and show like some of the lines of play that I had that were absolutely.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, for this Gohan, you want to see this turn 1. This is your turn 1 play. Even if you've already seen you want to play this, because this can grab a whole lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so to go with the Gohan, we got 4 skillless U7. It can be this, or it can be the Piccolo. It's just as long as it's 7 trait, this can grab it and procs off the draw. So not much to say about those skillless. Now, I think my favorite card in the deck is the new Son Goku Divine Present. Now, this Goku overperformed for me yesterday. I just did not expect this card to do much work. So it's a 4-drop, 3 cost specified, deflect, dual attack, has a permanent. This card cannot be removed from your battle area by skills during your own turn. Which, ridiculous. This card can't be charismatic villain at all.
Yeah, sad face.
And then there's a bunch of other scenarios that came up where they try to get rid of it, like, no, you can't do it. And then, auto, once per turn, when this card attacks, add the 1 red skillless card from your deck to your hand, shuffle your deck, and then this card gains 5k. So when you attack with this guy, you can, a skills card. Right? So the way we play him, this is activate battle, 2 red. If you have 3 or more energy, and you have 2 or more red battle cards combo area, play this card from your hand, then choose up to 1 of your mono red cards that gets plus 5k for the turn. So, this is insane. So it's Arrival for red. Mono red Arrival. So what we're going to do is we're going to combo skills, draw a card, and then combo any of our million other red cards, and play Goku. So say we do it offensive, right? We're going to play him, buff himself to 25, and then when he swings, his auto's going to go off to search another skillless, and it becomes a 30k full attack on the offense.
It's insane. The fact that he can trigger himself on, like, it's...
And then, so we play this defensive, right? We play this on our opponent's turn. I can buff my leader 5k because it just says to buff a mono red card.
Yeah.
So I can play this on the defense and make my leader 20.
Yeah. You can also buff your Unison too, and then use your leader effect to buff it another 6k.
Yep, and you can buff your Unison 20k so you have a 2k double.
Insane.
But yeah, this card definitely overperformed. I played in every single matchup I had yesterday, and I wish I had more. This card will definitely go to go on the curve, we have 3 Surprise Attack Vegeta. This is another new card from the starter deck, and basically he says, whenever you activate a Spirit Boost, play this card from you. It's literally just 15k, unique, critical attack. So it's just free bodies, free value.
Yeah, free is always good.
There's nothing better than free. This to the side, the skills to the side. And then the last unit for 7 card we're playing is another new card, Son Goku Spirit Boost. Now, I literally call this Red Abubi. I literally call it Red Abubi. because it's a 4-drop and it does 4 points of damage just like a bleed. So it's deflect, double strike, dual attack. Permanent, when this card is in rest mode and you have a red Unison card with a specified energy cost of 2 in play, this card and your leader card gain 1,000 power. So when I swing with this, and if I have Piccolo or the Kaba in play, this is a 21. And my leader is also a 60.
Wow.
And then on my opponent's turn, that is also in effect. And then this guy has Spirit Boost 1. If he is KO'd and sent to the drop, I can Spirit Boost 1 to play him back in.
That skill is too good. Like there's no punishment for doing that.
I only played this card 2 or 3 times total just because I have to tap for it.
Yeah.
But in the baby matchup, it did very well because it has deflect, so you can't do it.
Yeah.
And then if they're playing their counter plays, then Piccolo product.
So is it only when it's sent to the drop area or when it's just removed from the field?
Sure. When this card is placed in your drop area from your battle area by a skill or KO.
Okay, gotcha.
So if he's warped, he's gone.
I was gonna say if it just said, you know, if it was removed from the field, if they bottom decked it with baby, then you can just play it back out.
That'd be crazy. Next part of the deck, 2 topos, red. You just play the topo.
Yeah.
There's not much else to really say about it. It's just topo. And then our super combo is going to Raditz Saiyan Youth. I debated on playing the old U7 Goku combo just because when you awaken, you go to 5 life and 5.
Yeah.
But the combo with this super combo and these cards is ridiculous, right? So, say I swing with my leader and I super combo and I put this back on the bottom of my deck. Then when I swing with this Goku, I get the card right back.
Yeah, that is busted. Yeah, that's a.
And
wow.
I think I filtered my skillless cards an insane amount last night just by super comboing and making my skillless card the card I put back. And then this Goku doesn't have unique, so I could have 2 to 3 of these on the board at a time. I think every game I had. So I'm swinging, searching, super comboing, putting them back, swinging with another, searching. It's just free value. It was insane. That when I realized that combo last night, I did it every. And then 2 further construction Champa, and this card just goes in. And then to wrap up the battle cards, we're playing 1 Super Saiyan for Bardock fighting against Fate, and our secret rare will be Spring Kai Time. I chose this secret rare really because there's not too much removal in the deck outside of the. I mean, we have the object counterplay, but that's not killing everything. Whereas this Kai is really good against like pretty much everything.
So do you think, and I probably know the answer because this is the answer I would give. Going into this next format, obviously if this deck, and there's a few other decks that are pretty, Unison dependent, Supreme Kai just goes up in value. Like
Absolutely.
just like not like even price wise, but just the fact that she has the ability to remove these seamlessly, indestructible unisons that are being played. You just tap 2 and basically you get to stop attacks and then warp, which is just undeniable.
I saw this against both Blue Baby and Blue Android 13 last night, and I was able to clear Amajimbu 2 energy.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I activated this on the baby player, and I rolled 4 battle cards and his boots in. And it was just like, it was value town. Like, I couldn't be any more happy. And then, so to go to our extra cards, 4 copies of Violent Ray. If it's not good in the matchup you're in, it's literally just all 1 cost hard negate with no protecting. So that's the job. But this card's good against so many. Then we have 2 testing the opposition. I use this pretty much immediately after I put me to force a combo online. And like if it's negate and it's a blocker for this deck is literally protect all you. And then the last 2 cards to wrap up 50 is 2 Wolfang Fists. It's just another protect user card. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I don't have to pay energy for this. I don't have to pay energy for this. I'm trying to leave at least 1 energy open. Play my Violent Rays, or if I have Topo, I'm leaving.
Right.
It's literally just playing prediction. But that is the 50 for the main.
Now, question: do you think with Wolfang Fist, do you think you would bump up Wolfang Fist at all? Do you think you saw it enough? Was it something that maybe underperformed, overperformed?
If I bump anything up, honestly, it would be testing the opposite.
Right. Okay.
Just because it's a free negate, and this card doesn't rely on it.
Very true. Very true.
Whereas I don't use for this to be a...
Okay.
But there's more negates to the sideboard.
Yeah, we know.
Alright, so we'll go to the sideboard. Our off-color cards are 2 Devoras, and 2 Protector 3. The Devora is literally just because there's sand control at locals, at a local level. I mean, this is a store championship, but still local. So, it came in handy. I played against you final round green, so it was worth it.
Yep.
2 Protected people for red green king. This is literally what this card is for. Against the turn 2 kill deck, I have to hard roll it. Thank God didn't see it yesterday, so I never sided it in. Those are the only two off-color cards, 4 total. Then we'll go to this 2 roller card retribution. I sided this in against blue. It's literally just my blue side.
Yep.
Because it either demands an answer or they answer it and then it did its job and got rid of it. Then we have 2 Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken-Goku. Neat thing about this, it's a U7. So you can search this off U1 drop go.
That's right. That's completely.
U7 card.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, this card's seen a lot of value the past couple months. It going up in price, down in price. It's solid card.
Yeah.
I can pay 2 kill a problem card, or I can tap 3 to nuke him. It's fine. I want to put this in honest. Just because it's searchable and it's a card on a curve. 2 switching gears to Vegetas, literally just for another thing for King Vegeta, whether it's red, green, or mono red. Good sideboard card, and it helps the deck filter more. It already does a lot.
Yep.
It's super insane. 3 King Vegetas post presence. It's a red Saiyan leader, so we get to play this card. This is a card that can arguably be in the main board. I just sideboard because I want cards.
Right.
But
that makes sense.
but it's another card that just goes in against those aggro decks. Because this also doesn't rely on use. You have to play for free. I just be at 3 life. Which against these aggro decks, I will be at 3 life.
Yeah, and pitching a card. Yeah, and like you having to pitch a card really didn't matter. I think most games your hand sat about 9, 11 cards.
Like 8 cards in hand past.
Yeah.
And then last 2 cards are 2 freezes at ball. Only thing I'd really change about the sideboard is I would put Jiren. The black Jiren card, can't remember. It's a counterplay, and then your cards and can't go back to you. So I literally side that against Baby for Android 17 turn time. Because that's the only card I'm scared of. This is Android 17 turn. Like, I even got Food Shrouded and Mystery. I got that played on me, I still won't.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's a thing. Like, but yeah, the sideboard was solid. This was literally just because I knew there was a King Vegeta player there, so I sided it. This doesn't necessarily have to be there. These Devoras don't necessarily have to be there unless hand control is very prevalent. It's a local sideboard.
Yeah, and I mean, we kind of knew what we were playing against,
yeah,
theoretically. So yeah.
Honestly, my sideboard performed very well. Never sided this in. Never sided in. But I definitely sided all these cards in.
Now, what were your matchups in the tournament?
Round 1, I played against Trader Dende, which I 2-0'd him, but both games he opened all 7 Dragon Balls turn 1. So I was like, okay, sure.
Wow.
It was really weird. I was like, I've played that deck into the ground, and that's never happened. But yeah, I played against Trader Dende round 1. I 2-0'd him. Round 2, I played against Android 18. I won 2-1 because game 2, I shotgunned my hand on the offense after doing bad math. It comboed out, and then next turn he played a Booyah.
Oh, yeah.
And then game 3, I just won. We were going into game 3 with 8 minutes left of the timer, and he was like, "No, we can't play it." And I was like, "No, we're gonna play it because I'd rather get a tie. I'd rather like one of us lose the tie."
Right,
because we're playing for high stakes. So I ended up beating him before time even got called because it's just what it was. I played new ruler every turn.
It's pretty powerful when you can play a free double striker every turn.
Round 3, I played against Baby. That was a 2-0. But I think it was the Baby match where I started learning all my lines a little bit better because I had to play around counter. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, okay, I play this. He's going to do this to this card, but then my Piccolo will do this to this other card, so on and so forth. I learned a lot of my lines, and and it was literally just a race with block to beat him before he got the 7.
Gotcha.
But like I said, he played the 10-drop Fu on me, and I still won. So I was like, and it was at that point I was like, okay, this deck's kind of busted. And then round 4 we played, and I had to play around your Boo SCR the whole time because I saw you search it. That's right.
Yeah, that was I was telling a bunch of people that is, you know, I did my best. I felt, but that deck there is it's just straight gas. Like there's that combination. Like I don't think you played the 4-drop on me. I think you mainly just focused on it was like Unison and New Ruler.
It was my Unison, New Ruler, and Divine Presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seriously think I only played this 4-drop 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And my side out cards, anytime I sided something, I sided out 2 of these every single time, and then I also sided out 2 Vegetas every single time.
Okay.
Because like these aren't helping me in these matchups. I have to get the 4 energy and tap out for them. That's good in some cases, but I don't want to tap out unless like I know I'm already in. So like I would take these Vegetas out and put in like Kaioken. I'd take these Gokus out and put in Broly. Like just to have a better curve in the matchups that I did have a better curve.
Right.
And then like I think I sided Imposing Present in against Android 18, and I sided it in against. No, I didn't side it in 2. I just sided this in against Android 18. I sided Broly and what else did I side in? I sided in Broly and I sided Broly and my Kaioken's against Baby because game 1 he like full boarded me. I was like, okay, Kaioken, and then Broly just demands an ant. Against King Cold, we sided in Deborah and Frieza's Death Ball. Just Deborah because of the hand control aspects of the deck.
Right.
And then Frieza's Death Ball helps close gaps on combo.
Yeah.
It's a 1 cost 25k combo. And like King Cold gets stupid high, and this can neg the, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I can use it as a kill spell. I can use it as offense. It served a lot of purpose. So this was Baby. This was King Cold. I didn't side anything against Dende because honestly I just felt like it was free.
Yeah.
I hate to say it like that, but like it was just free. And then Android 18, I sided. What did I side against? I think I sided the Imposing Presence and the Death Ball when I sided.
Okay.
Because it was the Android 18 Galactic Buster.
Yeah, so you can Bojack. Use it to hit the Bojack. Does that hit for the battle or the turn? The Frieza Death Ball?
For the battle.
Okay.
But the main card I was targeting in sideboard for the 18 match was the 1 cost, because that's a 1 cost double striker that they get.
Oh yeah.
In the card.
Yep.
And then whenever they do play the Bojack, I had -10, so it makes their Bojack a 5k on.
Yeah, makes them very, very easy to deal with. You're not really gonna want to combo above that.
It's just Vegeta's good against decks that go wide and tall.
Yeah. So do you think did you have any? Obviously, you don't got to share them out, of course, but any main deck things like for anyone who's going to be trying out this deck, maybe this weekend or in the future?
Yeah, this definitely doesn't need to be a 4. Red Abuni card that I called it. And this definitely doesn't to be in the deck, honestly. It's just a free body. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut 1 copy of each and add the tournament pack. The Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Spirit Man.
The winner stamp one that you play it, you neg something like 35k or 30k or something?
So it's a 3 cost. You play it, and then you can it has either effect, one or the other. Its first effect is you can play the combo Unison from your deck if you don't have a Unison. You can play it from your deck and then put 3 counters. And then if you don't do that, you get to choose a battle card on your opponent's board and minus it 30. I don't remember if it ignores barrier or not.
It does.
Okay, then that's just insane. Like, yeah. And it's another card that you can search off the 1-drop Gohan.
I think it's funny how they because most cards that play out Unisons normally play them out with 1 or 2 markers, and it's just really unique that they make it 3, so then New Ruler is live.
Yeah, it makes it 3, so New Ruler's live, and then even if you Spirit Boost the leader, it has 2 counters. So,
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
it's
but actually
ridiculous.
it's gonna go to 4 because you're gonna play Unison, then you're gonna uptick.
Yeah. So then you
Like-
you can spirit boost and go down to 3, and you still have.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's up. It's absolutely nuts, man.
Yeah. Also, this is definitely getting bumped up to 4. Son Goku Divine Present, because this card, like I said, this card just overperformed.
Yeah, I think I walked by the table one time, and you had like 2 or 3 of those on board. I just kind of like double taked. I'm like,
I
what?
think it was against Baby. I had 2 of these on board, and I had Spirit Boost Warrior on board,
Yeah, it's.
along with a new ruler, a Piccolo, all this. It's just like one of those things that if this sticks to the board, and they don't have an answer to it on their turn, it's just going to be generating value.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, any shout outs that you want to make, man?
The Herb Style podcast. I'm a sponsor for the podcast. We have a Discord. We do webcam battles all the time. Discord. And they actually, I think they just put up an Instagram for the podcast.
Yep. Yeah, they did. They did.
Shout out to you. Yeah, it's good to be back in the area playing with my friends again.
Yeah.
And then shout out to my best friend Kenny, who's like my testing partner.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.